Amazon's best books of the year. I do not know how they do it with the hundreds, thousands of books that are online. People talked a lot of good reads this year, and Amazon narrowed it down to the top 5. We're going over the list with Lindsay Powers, Amazon editor. Thank you so much for joining us. How did they come up with this list? Is it some of the most popular? Is it reviews? I don't know.
So I'm a member of the books editorial team at Amazon. We're this small group of book lovers and book experts, and we read thousands of books a year to surface the very best of the best. We pick best books of the month, and then we come together at the end of the year and we say what were the very best, and we make sure that there's something for every reader on our list, whether you're fiction, nonfiction, romance, history, mystery, books for kids by age. There's truly something for everyone on Amazon's best book list.
I'm sure you do a lot of reading every single year with the job that you have. Let's talk about the books that are on the list this year. Let's do a countdown from 5 to 1, and we're going to start with the book Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey is our 5th best book of the year. It's a little bit of like a genre mixer, right? It opens with this family on this island at like the end of the earth, and you're like, what are they doing there? And then this woman washes shore, and you'll be so curious, like, what is she doing there? You know, but there's also these like short, snappy chapters. It's also a family story. One of my favorite book dads of all time. A shocking ending that will leave you calling literally every person you know, super eager to discuss.
You make it sound so interesting. Let's go right to the next one, The Emperor of Gladness. And I like this cover too.
Oh, it's so stunning, right? So Ocean Vuong is this just gorgeous writer. I mean, the sentences truly sing in this story, but that doesn't mean that it's like really hard to read or this very out of touch kind of book. In fact, it's about everyday people. It takes place in a post-industrial town, and it centers around an elderly woman who's suffering from dementia and a young man who kind of becomes her caregiver. But they really go on to save each other. And this is a beautiful story about community and the families that we build, not necessarily the ones that we're born into.
I must ask you, any of these books, are these like breakout books for some of these authors where maybe this was their first book that ever went to market and it turned out to be so popular?
Yeah, well, you know, like a couple of things. I'm so glad you said that, because we do have a separate list on just discovery reads if you're looking to kind of be like the surprise author. But number 3 on our list, The Boys in the Light by Nina Wilner, that's a debut book, and she's the daughter of one of the main characters of this book. It's nonfiction, it's a history, but it reads like a novel. It's about these 3 boys who couldn't be more different, right? One is from these wide open prairies of Minnesota, the other is from the bustling brownstones of Boston, and the third we meet in Belgium when his parents pin a note on the back of his coat and put him on a train and say, please somebody take him, because his family's trying to escape the Nazis. And so you know it's just going to be this like very intense story from the beginning. But when their stories intertwine and they all come together, you'll cry. I'm not a crier. This book made me cry. But it's inspiring. It's about finding light in the most unlikely of places and how we can really come together and save each other.
The next book is Virginia Evans. And actually, I have one of her other books, I believe, that's on hold on my Libby app. What's this one about? The Correspondent.
Yeah, so Virginia Evans wrote The Correspondent. It's a series of letters, so it's super unique as you read it, and they are penned by a retired lawyer who's a real hoot. She's really funny, she's sarcastic, she's judgy, and she writes everyone, from famous authors and celebrities to customer service agents to neighbors to someone who she never writes their name on it. So as you're reading, you're like, who is this person? And it's a story about like this big, rich, full life. She's older, she's retired, she's reflecting back on her triumphs and her tragedies. It will break any reading rut, and I honestly can't think of anyone who wouldn't like this book. It's like you buy 1 copy and then you buy 5 copies because you just can't stop talking about it and handing it out.
I love the cover of the book right behind you that says Buckeye, Patrick Ryan. Let's talk about that, because that is the next book on our list.
Yes, Buckeye is our #1 best book of the year, and I agree. It's a beautiful cover, and it's like, I just love this big warm hug of a novel. It's a big family epic that takes place in the heady years between the ending of World War II and the Vietnam War, you know, in a small town in Ohio. And it's really like centers around these two families, and their lives are intertwined. They share this secret, and it binds them together, but it also tears them apart. So you really see how your life decisions can kind of oscillate through every aspect of your relationships. And it has characters that you will love and you will root for, and characters that you will root against, which I thought was really interesting, which is why we think this is a perfect book for book clubs.
I love it. I love all of them. I'm going to keep them on my list.
I do too.
Real quick, for other people who are wanting to look at lists like the Breakout Authors one you mentioned, where can they find more information to keep them informed all year round?
Yeah, so you can go to AmazonBookReview.com or Amazon.com/bestbooks to see all of our best books of 2025.
Okay, I have a quick question for you, Lindsay. I love audiobooks. Right away, do people just put out an audiobook like automatically when they publish the actual hardcover book, or does it depend on the author? I just got to know.
You know what? It can really depend on the book, but I think it's great too. I love audiobooks as well. It's such a cool way to listen to a story, and I especially think like biography and memoirs are interesting to listen on audiobook because a lot of times it's the author's life story and then they read it and it's really intimate. And Awake by Jen Hatmaker is a particularly incredible audiobook because she used to have this HGTV show. She's on podcast. She has a podcast. So as you read it, it feels like a podcast, and she undergoes this like crazy life transformation, right? She's a mother of 5. She's married to a pastor for 26 years, wakes up in the middle of the night, hears him voice texting his girlfriend.
Interesting.
And then, like,
we have to hold up here, Jen. But thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And everyone, we will see you tomorrow. Make sure you check out that Amazon book list.